Hello and welcome to the channel. Now I have some news. This is the last episode of my series called RCTV. Now that does not mean it is the last video on this channel. Far from it. There's a lot more video coming from me. It simply means that it's the end of this particular series at Rhythm Changes. There are many other things going on at Rhythm Changes that you can continue to enjoy. I'm certainly going to keep making a lot of videos on this channel. This has been a fun outlet to learn a bit about video making where I had put off doing that for a long time. So I want to thank you for watching any episodes of RCTV that you've watched. Like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep watching videos that I make in the future. Now, this is a fun conversation with two of my dear friends about a rock band. They have jazz training, but I guess you could say it's a genre change-up. Let's get into it. Okay, our guest today is a very special dog named Toby, who we're delighted to have with Frankie and the Juicebox, with two members of Frankie and the Juicebox, Francis Henson and Madeleine Elkins. Francis Henson, thank you for hosting us in your home today.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.
I'm very happy to be here. This is definitely the most biased I'll ever be because I'm such a huge fan of you both and everything that you do, and of all four members of the band. We got to shout out the two who aren't here, Sydney Tuff and Trent Otter. That's the four-piece. Hello. So it's cool that I still have 50% of the band on this fine day. Happy early birthday to you, by the way. That'll be in the interim between now
Thank you.
And when we put this out, which is en route to your show on April 11th. You're playing at Redgate. You're playing with two other bands, Avery Sloan and Gossip Shop.
That's right.
And tickets are available now. The album, self-titled Frankie and the Juicebox debut release, is coming out that same day. It's coming out on a Saturday, which is fancy moves. No New Music Fridays in this house.
All Saturdays. All the singles have been Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And full album Saturdays.
And there's three singles that are out
Yes.
now that have been coming out over the last couple of weeks. We're going to talk about all of that for sure. I have hosted, either me or Chris Fraser, 3 out of the 4 Frankie and the Juicebox band members on the Rhythm Changes podcast before. Chris did an episode with Trent pretty recently. I think it was 119 or 120. Madeleine was on for Chris's debut, so that was episode 101.
Debut.
And Francis was on
I like that.
for episode 2.
Let's go.
5 years ago.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Which is crazy.
Dang.
I was a baby. I was really young.
Yeah.
So was the podcast.
Yes, everything
Yeah.
everything was in its early days. Toby was not alive yet, I don't think.
He was just a twinkle in my eye.
Before you had him.
Before I had him.
So there's so many places we could start. Let's start here with both of you because about a year ago now, we were all in the same room. It was your rehearsal space that you use in the band called the Watchtower, and you hosted one of the most unique events that I went to all year. And I go to a lot of events. So this event gave me a window into the band. You've also released videos from this event now for a couple of songs already. Can you talk about what you did that night when you had people in there to listen to your music, what it felt like for those who weren't there? Because I was there and I really enjoyed it. And that's where I got to hear most of the music that's on this upcoming record.
That's so crazy because I didn't even realize it was about a year ago.
Yeah, it was last
Today
March.
already.
A whole year? Oh, man.
I did not even realize.
Time flies.
Real, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was we billed it as a secret show at this place called the Watchtower, which is basically our rehearsal space that our drummer Trent is a part of, and that we are lucky that we get to use as our rehearsal space. And what do you want to say about it?
It was like a fun party, but we also played most of the songs that are on the album.
Like 7 songs?
Yeah.
Six
You played a
songs?
set.
Yeah, we played a set with the cover and stuff. And yeah, it was really sweet. I was like, how are we going to cram people into that tiny space? Plus us making loud music. But it was really fun.
The room is basically, if you see the living room that we're in right now, where this couch ends and where
Yeah, it's not big.
table starts. And it's not big. And there's obviously 4 of us in the band, all the instruments, and we must have crammed maybe
20
would you say
at the
20?
most? Yeah.
About 20 of our
You
closest
can kind of
friends.
see on the videos. I'm
Yeah.
sitting behind Ben Millman in the right back corner, I think, probably in one of the shots, so I'm there. But yeah, I'd say there's maybe 15. But yeah, crammed. We were sitting on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, it was tight.
And yeah, we had this idea. We thought it'd be really fun to throw this party and like, hey, come listen to these new songs we've been writing, and also a kind of a cool, fun way to crowdfund some video. we brought in 3 digital cameras, 2 of which I had when I was a kid, and we kind of just tossed them out into the crowd and we're like, you guys just start recording. And we were recording the whole thing, and it was a cool, fun way to get really crazy shots.
Like a literal crowdsourced video situation.
Multicam, yeah, that's expensive if you don't do it that way.
Crowdsourced. Yeah.
I got really good at DaVinci Resolve.
Oh yeah, because you have to edit,
dude.
Yeah,
and I'm cheap.
Yeah, but you also like to learn skills. You're a guy who likes to.
It was fun.
Skills.
It was fun.
I know you would dig that. Yeah, but I remember passing around the cameras, so you got some good footage of that. The 2 songs that you put out, you might have more that you're putting out, but you put out Prodigy and Savior Something. Those videos are out now when we're recording this. You can watch from this show that happened, this kind of private rehearsal space show that you did.
Yeah, that's right. They're on YouTube in our link tree that you can go watch as extra goodies leading up to the show on April 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to go back a little bit further than that to another room that all 3 of us are in. But first, I almost want to get there, too. I'm talking about in December of 2022, you played what I think is the first Frankie and the Juicebox show, which I attended. But I think we have to maybe rewind and hear the band's origin story. And you could kind of allude to how it is for Sydney and Trent too, as much as is appropriate, but even just focusing on you guys, like all 3 of us have known each other for varying amounts of quite a lot of years, and we've crossed paths in a lot of the same venues, watching our friends play or playing with each other in different configurations. I've made albums with both of you in different capacities, and I want to hear, among all the projects that you guys were juggling, rewinding a few years now, like back to when that first show at Root Dwellers happened. How did this Francis Henson project, which, you've had a bunch of different chapters of your solo artist journey. How did this project put you into being collaborators for the first time? Can I hear a bit from each of you about what the very, very early days of the band was like before we talk about that show?
Can I go first?
Please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, as you said, you and I have worked together in so many different musical capacities, in so many different genres and in different roles, not just guitar player, but like producers and songwriters, etc. And like you said, I've been writing songs under my own name for some time, for maybe 5 years, until this project started.
You know when the first Francis Henson show I went to ever was?
Oh God.
It was at the Railway.
Whoa.
Wow.
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
It was like
Railway.
February 2018.
Yeah. But I'm sidetracking you. We're talking about 2021,
Wow.
22. When
So-
did the Juicebox start to come together? Where do you want to start it?
Well, I'll just say that after some time of writing music under my own name, I really missed playing in bands again. And this was one of the bands that I was like, hey, I really love The Strokes. I really love
Yeah.
Sonic Youth. I really love like My Bloody Valentine, or like all the stuff I used to listen to when I was a teenager, and for some reason I just forgot about. I was just like, I got so entrenched in this whole other singer-songwriter world, jazz world, session playing world, that I was like, oh, all this music that I totally forgot about and how awesome it is.
And just to pause you for a second, you said teenager. So you're here in Vancouver because you were born in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And then you came and you were in high school here in the Tri-Cities in the suburbs.
Totally.
You were in Vancouver
Exactly.
already at this point.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Poor Moody.
Yeah. Two Coquitlam residents right here.
That's
currently. Yeah.
And so I was just like, I just really want to play in a band again. And I am really lucky that I have all these amazing friends. And Maddie being one of them, Sydney being one of them, and Trent being one of them. I think I've played with Trent and Sydney for way longer than we have played together.
Yeah.
But by way longer, I mean like maybe like 4 years. And so I was just like, I really want to play in a fun, cool band again and recreate, write music inspired by all these cool bands that I really loved growing up. And I asked all my friends to be a part of it. And what a luxury it is to ask friends to play music and have them say yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Say that. I agree.
Okay, now I want to know how you remember it.
Yeah, let's go to the other side.
I don't even remember when I first asked you, like, hey, you want to be in this band?
Right. Yeah, you guys are doing such a good job of like time traveling. It's throwing me for a loop a little bit. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't think I remember like an exact date of when Francis talked to me about this project, but yeah, you were just like, hey, I love this type of music, all the people you just listed, all the bands you just listed, and I like see the value in playing with other people versus being a lone ranger. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool perspective of like how bands we kind of like bring our own influences in to make this new thing instead of when like it's really one person's solo vision. So I think that's what I understood when you first talked to me about it. Yeah, and I was just like, hell yeah, I love all of these guys in this band. I love seeing them play in other projects. I would be so thrilled to be in a project. So it was very much a no-brainer to start jamming with all of y'all.
So it was pitched as a full lineup of people, or at least pretty soon, probably. Once the idea started moving, you kind of knew that these were the people that you wanted to do it with. It sounds like it, timing-wise.
Yeah, yeah, you know, this is so crazy that we're backtracking. I don't even remember. I had been playing with Trent and Sydney, who are not here. I really wish they were.
Yeah, they're with us in
just
spirit.
Enough mics, or maybe not. Actually,
hey,
I don't.
If I do this, do you think we could like?
Yeah, edit them in,
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah, beside Toby too.
I have an app.
How hard can that be to do? Not that hard.
There's gonna be like just two random photos of them here for 5 seconds, and you're gonna love it. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty spectacular. That's
Right
my
here.
editing skills.
Right
That's
here.
all I got.
Well, I started playing with Trent in 2017,
Oh yeah.
maybe 16. And he's probably I've gotten to play with so many amazing drummers, but he's probably the drummer I've played the most gigs with. And so when it came time to start this band, I was just like, hey, Trent, come play in this band. And I first met Sydney in 2015. And
You were at CapU. Your times overlapped.
that's right.
Yeah.
We started and graduated at the same time, and we had played together in jazz convos for a long time. And she, at that time, was playing a lot in this band called Earth Tones.
Yeah.
And so I got to see her play, and listen to her play amazing upright bass. And then I was like, oh, she also destroys electric bass.
I love that you brought up Earth Tones, because that's a great example of a room that all three of us would have been in to all watch them at different times over these years.
Have you interviewed them?
I wrote about
Rhythm Changes?
they put out a self-titled EP. It was probably around the time you came on. It was early days, and I wrote about it. I haven't interviewed them. No, because I've never interviewed Jamil, never Sydney. Well, Karen had her own podcast that I produced with Alex Scott, so that was kind of fun. So I got a few hours of Karen White on the mic with Vicarious Podcast back in those years as well, around that time. Yeah, so I recall going to hear them, and when they put out some music. Yeah. Not a band that has released music recently, but around this time when you were starting, they were part of our crew of people. We all kind of met around the same time, our mutuals. Yeah.
And then, of course, you and I ran in very similar circles for years.
Yeah.
But I don't think we had ever actually played a gig together, no?
No, I don't think so either. I don't know why
Until this band.
or where we would have. I feel like I first met you like sharing a bill with Wildfire, which was a
Here's
way
a deeper cut.
throwback the band I used to be in with David Lavoie, Carson Toro, and Joel Viewigger. And we shared a bill somewhere, and I don't know if I really knew you before that. We definitely did.
So you shared a bill with Francis Henson, the solo artist,
Yes.
like in his album number 1
the
era?
Francis, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, somewhere in Vancouver.
This was the railway.
Like
This is
very,
the aforementioned
very long
railway.
ago.
I must have been there, but I was probably
'Cause
drunk off my ass, and so I
Wildfire-
can't bring back the
I
details.
do not remember this, really.
I remember it in that I was like, oh, cool, it's Francis. Like, we have so many mutual friends that I was like, knew about you. But I think, when did you start going to CAP?
2015.
Okay, yeah.
We didn't overlap at all, hey?
You would have a little bit.
Yeah, I finished in 2016. But like in my last 2 years, I felt like I was hardly there.
Yeah, how often do you
Yeah.
cross paths if you're in your final semesters
Yeah.
with somebody who's just starting out? You do sometimes, and if you play the same instrument, you probably are even less likely to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the early kind of days. And to bring that up, it's interesting because it's a group of people who already all knew each other and were in each other's orbit. And so it's kind of like what you alluded to earlier. It's such a luxury to just have like potential energy. Like when you feel like you want to start a new chapter or whatever, like you've got more people who you would want to play with than at any given time you have like time or capacity to like play with, right? So when you were ready to start something new, you're like, oh, I have so many people kind of around me already that I can choose 3 or 4 people here and it'll be great. And I know it'll be great because I know these people.
Oh boy, I mean, I think I would be flattering myself if I said I got to choose, because I think we're forgetting like the other half, if not more, like 90% of the coin, which is like I could ask, but they might not want to play with me either. And so I think again, I just go back to I just consider myself really lucky that I know a bunch of amazing people, and that when I asked them, they were very down, and it's a luxury that I still am hyper aware of, and continue to be hyper aware of.
I mean, it goes both ways. I'm like thrilled to be playing with you guys. Like I said, it's like when you first told me Trent and Sydney and all would be involved, I was like, hell yeah, of course. That's awesome. And like as a often side person, I'm like thrilled when someone that I'm into asks me to be involved in a project. Like I think it really goes both ways. Yeah.
People like us often joke about how it either has to pay well or be a lot of fun or both, both is rare, but it has to be either one of those things. Right. And so if this is in Camp B and that's obvious to everybody, then that's cool. You knew each other well enough to know that would be the case.
Yeah, isn't there like a trifecta? It's like
triangle.
What's the third
it's
thing?
the good music.
Good
so you
people,
you
good
enjoy
pay.
it.
There's like do you enjoy the music? Do you enjoy the people? Yeah, those can
Enjoy
be
the
separate.
people,
Yeah.
enjoy the pay.
That's right.
Yeah.
It has to have two.
Can I have
So you have to
two?
get 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I know which ones this band is.
I think I probably do too.
I totally know which ones this band is.
Big bucks. We're gonna be rolling
Yeah, it's all about
in
the
the
money.
dough.
That's
It's all
number
about
one.
it's all
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
good people and good pay.
Yeah.
The music
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, the music's bad, but
Music's bad.
Well, let's also just hit quickly a moment where sometimes people who don't get to run around and play music with all kinds of people like us, you wonder like where it fits into a person's life, right? Because if you're non-music normie relatives, which I have many of, if they ask you what you're doing and you tell them about the band you're in, they could easily imagine that it's like it's your whole life or it's like your main thing. Right. They don't see. So you could start from this period of time a couple of years ago if you want, or you could just talk about now. But could each of you just like run down, like give a picture of the basket of things that you're currently doing, because this changes all the time for people like us. So just give a picture of, you know, educational and other playing, or just give a quick snapshot of the basket of things that you're doing right now or that you have been doing. For somebody who's like hears about you being in a band and thinks that it's a full-time thing, like what is the real basket of things that's out there for each of you? What does it kind of look like?
So I love this question. This is the question that all of my coworkers ask me every single day. Every single day.
What do you even do?
This is my impression of my coworkers at my job. They see me walking down the hall and they go like this: "Hey, here comes our little musician. We heard you're in a band."
So it's not just family, it's coworkers.
That voice filter that you're doing? I got you.
There's that guy that goes, "This is what it's like to be in Thanksgiving as a musician with your relatives." He goes, "Here comes our little musician.
Look who it is. If it isn't
That's their real voices. I'm not doing any
Sing us
editing
a song." Sorry, I'm derailing it. But for real, I do get this question a lot.
That was good context.
Do you want to know what my day job is? Are you asking?
What is the type
secret?
of place that you're talking about that you work at? That's all you need
I
to
work
say.
as a teacher in education. So that's like my daytime gig, but my nighttime gigs are a variety of things. I first of all and foremost have my own project under my name.
Who plays in that?
That is none other than the incredible talents of William Chernoff on the bass.
I know that guy.
He shreds the electric bass, and the incomparable Kevin Romaine on drums. Yes,
That's right.
And like hearing Francis be like, "Oh, I feel so grateful and lucky to be in a band that's cool." I'm like, I feel that way about this trio too. Anyways, that's a jazz trio project that's like very much my creative outlet to do sort of experimental fusion guitar centric music. And then other than that, I do a lot of sort of sideman type work for people who need like live guitar players kind of stuff. But yeah, I work a lot with Madeleine Reed, a fellow Madeleine, who she's like a country folk person based in Vancouver. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's a tough question. And you said this too. It's kind of a tough question to answer because like it changes
Always
a lot
changing.
of the time.
The names of the people are always changing.
And it like depends on the week or the month or even the year. But yeah, I don't know. I play with like Meredith Louise, who is a friend of the pod. Yeah. Oh, Clementine. She's really awesome. I'm sure I'm like blanking on someone important. Oh, Madison. Hello. Not based in Vancouver. Yeah.
That's a good number of names because now Francis can give his names too of people that he plays with. But okay, your basket, sir. How are you gonna paint this picture?
Before I forget, I'll say mine, and then we should probably also shout out Trent and Sydney's, huh? We'll do that after.
We could.
We can say what they're up to.
What they're up to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that so I wouldn't forget.
Of course.
Yeah,
Well,
And Toby.
Yeah.
Lest we forget.
You up to?
lest we forget. I am also a teacher, and I teach at the Sarah McLaughlin School of Music. And like Maddie and Trent and Sydney, I also do a lot of session work, playing for a lot of amazing Vancouver artists. Most recently, I've really just been playing with actively with two, Michaela Slinger and Kate Yan.
That's pretty darn good if you're gonna pick two people.
Yeah, and I love them both so much. And
Say it to the camera.
Yeah, that's right.
So they know.
They know. They don't know, and now they know.
They need to know. Yeah.
What else did you say? What else am I talking about?
About me?
Yeah, I want to match your whatever you said.
Well, we know you're an artist because this is your project that's coming out
Also
right now.
Yeah.
that.
Juicebox.
Yeah. The teaching thing, the session playing thing. Myself as an individual singer-songwriter artist under Francis Henson is also still very much alive. It's been on hiatus for a very, very long time, and I needed some time to kind of figure stuff out. One of those things that I needed to figure out was kind of my connection with music, my songwriting process, and how I wanted music to be a part of my life moving forward, and how it's different than when I was 20, because I'm not 20 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those things was being in a band like this. And this is very much like a totally different kind of obtuse angle on my relationship with music that has been so awesome to explore over the last couple of years. Number one, it feels really good to be in the driver's seat of something again. It is a band of 4 people, and like all those bands I mentioned earlier, it's like a very collaborative process, and it's different than the solo artist thing. But my name or nickname is still on the main name of the band, and so it's we split everything 25%, but it's still like, at the end of the day, it is the lyrics are mostly mine, or like my name is up there, and so it's still kind of me going. I call it follow me credit. Do you know, have we talked about this?
No.
Where you only have a certain number of tokens. I call them follow me tokens, and you can play these tokens, but you have to make sure that when you play them and people follow you, people, aka other musicians, follow you, you have to make sure you lead them somewhere. Otherwise, the next time you play your follow me token, they won't.
Oh,
come.
so it's almost like a crying wolf sort of element to it.
Yeah,
that goes
or like
wrong.
like the onus is on the onus. I feel a lot of, admittedly, a lot of pressure. That I listen. Like I gotta make sure the songs are kind of good. I gotta make sure that I'm being really selective about how I want to present the band, the music, and also how to differentiate it from kind of all the other things I'm a part of. That is one area that I've had some struggle with in the last year. It's hard,
It's really hard.
It's like
hard for everyone.
Yeah, it's like how do I pretend that all these projects are separate when in fact they all come from the same source, which is me, and the same kind of thought process and the same kind of sensibilities. It's all me, but that doesn't bode well for the algorithm or the marketing PR approach, and so you have to have some separation. And so all that is to say, with this band, I'm learning all the ways in which I can make it a little bit different and be a little bit more curated with how I approach selecting moves for this band, whether that be aesthetic things or musical things or show things, etc.
Yeah, it's a good distinction to make that this is not another release on the Francis Henson profiles. This is a new profile, release number 1 on that profile, and that your solo career can and will at some point, continue with different things, that there is that distinction. Yeah. Before we continue any further, did you want to point to what is in the baskets of things of Sydney Thompson?
Yes, we should. We really should.
Which I guess is like shouting out projects that they play in that
Yes.
we like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for Sydney, big one. Everyone check out the Shorties.
Absolutely.
Woo!
Yeah, that brings us together. Yeah.
We
on
love
a
the
regular
Shorties.
basis.
You played on the recordings, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Cool.
I love the Shorties.
How could you not?
I have a sweater and a shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a
wear it
shirt.
all the time. You got a shirt?
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
I got the tea as well at the Christmas time at the merch table there.
I have
That was
3.
pretty good.
Yeah, the long
Short
sleeve.
tee.
Yeah, short tee.
Yeah.
The short sleeve, the long sleeve, and the sweater.
Oh, like the tea to drink.
That
I thought that's what you meant.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the tea to
they
drink.
got good merch.
Beautiful.
That's one for Sydney for
For
sure.
Sid.
I don't know. Sydney plays in a lot of things.
Mhm.
Earth tones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the shorties,
Mm-hmm.
Madeline Reed.
Yes.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. I met Madeleine through Sydney, actually. So
Nice.
awesome.
Oh gosh.
I feel like naming like the main creative
Yeah.
endeavors is
It's hard to pin down all the different people Trent plays with, though. That's for sure.
for sure.
That's a lot.
Trent plays with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trent's main pursuit is being a human metronome. That's his creative project. Maybe he'll hate that I said that.
Actually, he was here. He'd be like, "Oh, sometimes you just gotta push it. Man.
yeah.
You just gotta push it."
Sometimes you do have to push it, but he knows when he's pushing it
Yeah.
because he's a human metronome.
Yeah, Trent is legit doing.
He's the newest member of Ragaverse, for one.
It's
like, that's
true.
another thing
Yeah.
that happened.
It's
yeah.
true.
So awesome.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is very, very active. And so yeah, I go back again. I'm like, oh, really? You want to play in this silly little? But then also, that's the whole. That's one side I feel like people don't talk about Trent enough. Is that he's like heavy session dude right now, right? Mm-hmm. But then there are videos of him when he was 15, 16 playing like sweaty hardcore shows.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like not enough people know this about him. Obviously, he played in Open Letters, plays in Open Letters. And so in that lens, I feel like it's not too much of a stretch for me to be like, listen, man, I know you're like heavy and everything, but I love Sonic Youth, and I know you also love Sonic Youth. Can you like play in this band?
Yeah, some of that makes it a good fit.
Yeah.
More so when you see him running around doing all these other things, you know he's got something there that matches
Yeah.
what you're inspired by for the Juicebox.
My silly little rock band, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to that first show. Let's go to that Root Dwellers. I want to start with you, Madeleine. I want to hear when you showed up there and when you played that music for the first time, when you were on stage as the Juicebox on that show, December 16th, 2022. That's a while ago now,
The
at the Anza
date.
Club. And you were double billed with Michaela Slinger, who even joined you on stage for a cover, if I'm not mistaken, from being in the
right.
audience, and Silent St. J. 3 bill again.
Yes.
Their Root Dwellers, long-running music series. Also friends of ours in the community. Claire, who runs it,
Hi, Claire.
friend of ours in the community. So let's go to you first, Mads. Yeah, what do you remember about that day? What did that feel like when you were actually up there, when you played that music for the first time?
Yeah, it I think it was the first time I played at Root Dwellers. I
think
played
so.
one other time with Madeleine. I can't remember if that was before or after. But it was really it was a fun time. It was a sweet vibe. Honestly, the first thing my brain went to is that I think I was like almost on winter break. It was my first term of teaching in schools as a job.
Right.
And I was frazzled, like big time struggling, which is kind of just how it goes a lot of the time in public school at the start or just all the time.
Learning curve.
But I just remember like I was going through that sort of what I want to do with my career type of identity crisis. But then every time I had a gig that was in the trifecta of good things, 3 things that were needed, I was very like affirming of that's what I need to do. And this gig was, of course, no exception. That gig was super fun. I feel like we did like a Shania cover or something with Michaela.
With Michaela. Yeah, what the
really
heck was
feel like
it?
we
Yeah, I don't
did
really
do
remember.
either You're Still the One.
No, it was.
Was it Man?
No.
Oh no, it was Avril.
Yeah.
We did an Avril cover. Boom.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It was
okay,
really
yeah.
fun.
At the end or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Skater Boy.
Skater Boy.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Another Canadian woman icon, legend. But yeah, it was just like a big party. It was a really good time. Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think, Francis? What do you recall from that show?
I remember being really nervous, to be honest. Yeah, that time of my life was a real crossroads, artistically, musically. And can you say the date of it again?
This was December of 2022.
2022.
So over 3 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also I had just gotten married, so my entire, the lots of change.
Yeah.
Basically. And I just remember being with everything going on in my life at that time, I was just really nervous. And also just it's just nerve-wracking showing your music to people, period, I think. And so, right?
Yeah.
And you built, I was in the audience. You built it up very well. Like, we were excited to see what was coming next from you at this show, So for real. Yeah, no, we knew that you were going to put something special out in front of us for the first time.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's crazy. I feel like our community has seen me wear so many different musical hats, and so it's really fun, and I'm really happy to have this kind of space and time to see what I like and what I don't like, and that show was the first of many things that I know I like. And I was really nervous leading up to it, but I had a blast. And Claire is so sweet.
Yeah.
I donated a lot of juice boxes to this food
Yeah,
drive.
I brought juice
Right.
boxes to the show.
It was heavy. I almost hurt my lower back carrying them in.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Juice boxes.
Extra load in for the gig.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to travel through time a little bit again to some more recent times, because I want to hear about when it came time to do the recording session. I know a little bit about the unique physical place that you recorded in and the kind of just the space that you guys got to share. And I definitely want to hear about that, what the recording experience was like. So let's figure out where we're going to move the needle to now and drop it again at a different point in time that's within the last, year or two. So let's talk about, when was it recorded? When did that start coming together for you so that you could all put it together? And who did you work with? Where did you go? This recording experience.
You're looking at me. I think you should.
I should kick it out.
Yeah.
It has been decided that Francis will kick it off.
We cut this record, our debut record, in January of 2025.
Yeah, so this is, if we mentioned that show, the private show at your rehearsal space, this is just months before that, just a little bit actually before that, yeah.
Yes. And we it had been in talks for a long time, and we had most of the songs already. I think there were two that we kind of finished pre-pro for in November, leading up to that recording session. And so, yeah, we cut this record at a studio called Electric Maple Tree,
Cool.
at an undisclosed location in Mission, BC.
Yeah. Which is a big place, so it's undisclosed enough. Yeah, it's anonymous enough.
And we got hip to this place through our friend Matt Storm, who I know does a lot of work there, and who helped us engineer the record as well. And we hung out there for just 2 days, and we cut these, I think it was 6, hey, Maddie?
Yeah,
It was
6 songs.
It was 6 songs. the place is awesome, and it was perfect for us. It's this huge room that the owner, builder, all around awesome guy, Rory McDonald, said he built to the specs of, I want to say Studio B of Abbey Road. Is that right? Did you say Studio B?
Wow, okay.
As we were loading in, he was like, hey, check out this. And he said some number, something foot and something inches. It's like it's like Studio B of Abbey Road.
I just remember he had a Beatles book, right? He did.
Probably.
He had like a big one about how they recorded.
Yeah,
with
so there's
pictures.
the influences there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we set up as live as possible. We cut the record no click. And the vocals are live vocals.
Wow, yeah, great.
No, not pitch corrected. No comps.
No vocal comps. Or no comps, period. Okay, so it is live recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're hearing is what we played.
There is Sydney and I sang a little
is that
bit.
is right.
Well,
There
that's
is
little bit.
overdub. You know,
There
you
is
can still
one-
say no
Yeah,
comps.
right.
Yeah,
Right,
we're still
right.
BGV overdub.
that
That
counts.
was added on top.
Yeah.
But yes, Francis was sequestered in his own little quarantine
My
box
fart box.
called the Fart Box, where, yeah, he was able to do live vocals with no bleed, which was cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Was that a goal for you production wise? Did you seek that out? Or did it emerge as something that you realized you wanted once you got in there and you realized you could do it?
I always thought I was gonna come in after and do the vocals separately.
I feel like we peer pressured you
Hey,
into that. I kind of
okay.
remember there being some convincing.
It kind of happened.
It just like happened. Yeah.
So you do your scratch vocal and these guys are like, oh, this is great. Let's just use this.
Yeah.
Well, I think we were setting up, and I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna, I can cut the vocals after, right? And they were like, no, you're not.
Oh.
You're not going to. And so when we started, when we hit record, I was already singing with the knowledge that
You knew, yeah.
this would be
It's not like you recorded it and then after the fact you were like, oh, we're keeping that. Are we keeping that or not? No,
Exactly.
It's on the way in.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think I thought in that moment that you were saying that you didn't want to sing at all. And then I was kind of like, well, it's nice to have the vocals. So, because you know the parts.
Oh,
and
like
the
that you were
stuff.
just going to play as the band, do
Yeah.
like band bed tracks or something
Yeah,
and
yeah,
not sing. Yeah.
exactly.
But then when you found out that he was singing,
Yeah.
then the conversation came
And then
up.
he was keeping the singing.
Okay.
It was awesome. It's rock and roll.
It's very rock and roll.
And it was a really cool space. I think we did a good job of taking advantage of the room. We stuck a bunch of mics in crazy places in the room. And I think the drum sounds we got were pretty amazing. And it was a blast.
And you put some cameras in some places too, because you got some good like footage that you've been posting as well, like videos to post on the album rollout, right? You got some studio footage.
Yeah, got
Yeah.
a little bit. One of Maddie knitting
Yeah. Just like,
and Sydney crocheting.
yeah, exactly. I called it the studio farm because there was a farm behind with sheep and the world's biggest dog.
Bigger than Toby.
Oh,
Yeah.
the world's biggest. I was a little bit scared of that dog, but
Toby, come on.
You want to come up here?
yeah, studio farm. Shout out.
Oh, hello.
Big stretch from Toby. That's a good downward dog.
You want to come up here, Tobes? Come here.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it. There's room for you where Sydney and Trent were edited in for 5 seconds.
Come here.
Up you go. Come here. Come on.
Yes. You already knew that the band was. It's not like, oh, we were in the studio for 2 days and we got to hang for the first time and it was awesome. You already knew that the band was going to be a good hang. So you're already, I'm sure, looking forward to that part because you would already known that. It's not like it was the first uninterrupted stretch of time that you got to spend together.
Right.
Yeah. And we had, it's. I mean, we go out for brunch all the time.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a longer hang. Like we slept there.
Yeah, that's true. You had the destination kind of side of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just overnight of the 2 days. Yes, you spent a night there.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick recording session. I think
Yeah.
we recorded 4 songs the first day.
Yeah.
We started we loaded in at about maybe 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Got sounds and didn't start recording until about 4.
Yeah,
say?
so that does go pretty quick from there.
Yeah, and then we cut from 4 p.m. to maybe 11 or so. We cut the 4 songs. Can we name the tracks?
Yeah, of course. I know there's 8 in total, so maybe I don't know if
There's-
we're getting to 8 just in this
Yes.
session, but yeah.
Yes, and that is a other part of the story. What are the 4? The 6, but we'll start with the 4. Do you
I
remember
don't know.
the
You
order
said it
is?
so confidently.
I feel like this is a
don't
band leader's thing
remember.
to know,
I
to
said
be
it
fair.
like I knew. I remember that the last track we recorded at 10:30 p.m. was Sleeper. Sorry, last
Okay.
track of day 1
Sure.
was Sleeper.
Was No Worries first?
It might have been.
That makes sense with the track listing of the album, that kind of flows.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I feel like that was first, but
No Worries If Not is out. It was the lead single, so it's out right now. Sleeper is not. It'll be out when the full album drops. Yeah. So did you end up, I think you said earlier, you cut 6 songs in the studio, but there's 8 songs. So we got 2 more coming in at some point.
That's right. Yeah, we cut 6 songs at the studio, which were No Worries If Not, Savior Something, Prodigy, Neverland. How many did I say?
That was 4.
Is that
was
4?
the first 4 tracks in order.
Harlequin and Sleeper.
Okay.
That makes 6. And the other 2, tracks 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Take Me With You and Another Promenade. Hey? Come on, pretty good. That's
Awesome.
pretty good.
6, 7.
I was just going to
I
make
got
a 6-7 joke there, but I restrained
Guys.
myself.
Will and I were like locked
We just
in.
connected on that for a second there.
Yep.
But we let the cat out of the bag. So where do those other 2 come from?
When did we record those? Was it December or was it after January? I actually don't remember again.
It was
Oh, it was in March.
So where though?
at
Should we
this.
say it?
Oh,
It's crazy.
secret.
It can
No.
be secret.
It's awesomely DIY. We just
Yeah.
recorded those ourselves at the Watchtower, the same place that we had
Okay.
the secret show.
That's cool. I mean, I would never know that. I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not I don't examine these things on like super intense speakers or anything. So maybe in
Good.
theory somebody could, but like I wouldn't know that.
And we'll need to clip
Yeah.
that and send that to Trent.
Yeah, this will be the first clip I post. Yeah, and I'll
And
tag him.
You'll need to tag Trent. Yeah, because you'll need to see proof. Will
Yeah.
did not clock that they were recorded somewhere
Well,
else.
that checks out because I remember I hung out as long as I lingered as long as I could that night when I came to hear your show, and we had a kind of after session and stuff. I remember when you were just like looking at the rough recordings that you did of you
Wow,
playing at the
yeah.
show, and Trent and you were kind of talking about, oh, this turned out pretty good. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you could pull that off at all.
Yeah. And also because we didn't even have those 2
Those
songs.
2 new songs. Those
when
2
we
songs.
Oh, you
recorded.
wrote them.
I-
Or you finished them at least later.
We
yeah.
like completely wrote them and everything after.
One of them we completely wrote,
Yeah.
which was Another Promenade.
Yes, Another Promenade. Yeah.
that was the final song to be written. Of
yeah.
them,
I think Take Me With You we kind of had a little bit leading into the January studio session, but we didn't feel confident.
But yeah,
enough,
like
but
barely,
Yeah.
from what I remember. I feel like we really wrote those 2 in like our cook sessions.
Can we talk about Another Promenade really quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how special it is? How should we unroll this?
Well, know that it's not out when I'm dropping this, but it will
Right.
be a couple days after, So go to the show, buy tickets to the show. You'll hear it for the first time there. It'll be out if you end up watching this like several days after the fact. It will be out, but that is to come on the full album.
April 11th.
Yeah. I would say
April 11th.
that it is one of the harder rocking songs, and that it has some great guitar work. That's what I would say.
We'll be doing something really crazy on April 11th
guitar
with
work.
this song.
Will
yeah,
be,
so you'll be working.
the
those
guitars will
guitars.
be worked.
They will be worked. And
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
Same.
Should I say more? No.
I feel like talking about the process of how we wrote that is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most out of pocket song. I know I literally just said I love Sonic Youth when I know fully well that none of this album sounds like Sonic Youth. But
It doesn't.
anyways.
It shouldn't sound exactly like them.
I'm sure some of the sounds still do, you know, like you could pull some things. It doesn't have to resemble it as much. Some of the songs, to be honest, from my perspective, I don't think you'll get mad at me for saying some of the songs really have a Strokes arranging style and sound style to them. I think you'd embrace that.
I'm flattered.
Yeah. Not so much for Sonic Youth like you're saying, but
Yes.
yeah.
There's a really awesome Pat Metheny quote that I love, which I know totally brings me away from the Sonic Youth punk rock vibe. But he goes, I don't want to do what Wes did. I want to do what Wes did. And I'm like,
Okay.
what? And he's like, and by that, I mean, he hears Wes Montgomery and he loves Wes Montgomery and he doesn't want to sound like Wes Montgomery, but he wants to, just like Wes did in being the first of his kind, he wants to be the first of his kind.
He wants the same intent.
Yes,
Yeah.
of kind of developing, just like Wes did with his own sensibility as a guitar player.
So you want the intent of Sonic Youth.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that.
And Pat
First of a
Metheny.
kind.
Pat Metheny.
First of a kind. And who said this? Another quote from Amanda. You guys know Amanda?
Amanda.
Which Amanda?
Some.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Shout
Have
out.
you interviewed Amanda?
Yes. She's been on the Rhythm Changes podcast. Yeah.
She said something that I really love a couple of weeks ago at a So Far show that I played. She said, sometimes, we were not talking about music, but I love it anyways. She said, sometimes you have to be a little more patient when you plant something that has never been planted before. She's talking about growth of something that has never been planted before. And
Beautiful.
Wow.
that's beautiful, Amanda.
A poet.
Yeah.
A visionary. Amanda Sum.
Yeah. Wow. Open for the shorties, Amanda Sum.
That's right. And I love, sorry, I'm totally getting
Go for
derailed.
it.
And I love that with this band. I just feel like it's never ever happened before and never will ever again. And what were we talking about? We're talking about another problem.
We were getting to like, well, that's the song we were looking at, but we were getting to like how the music comes together, which I am interested in. Like how much of it comes from you bringing it in and how much of it is worked out together by all of you. We were kind of getting to that, and it's probably different from one song to another. But yeah, this is a good time. I want to hear about that, like who it comes from and how it comes together for like any of these songs that you want to talk about. I love the staring contest. The game of chicken.
A crazy game of chicken. Yeah.
You play guitar.
As do you.
Both play guitar.
I personally, I will say I love all my lyrics on this album.
Yes.
I feel genuinely really proud about all my lyrics on this album. And it's been such an interesting different songwriting process for me. And I feel like I get to show a different side of my lyric writing. Some of the songs are really, really funny, and some of them are a little bit more, how did I put it? Austere, but plain spoken, like Prodigy. It's so just prose-like. No Worries If Not as hilarious, obviously. Anyways, yeah, I really love all my lyric writing on this album.
Same.
Did that come after? I don't remember.
I think it depends on the song.
Yeah.
But I've played in some other sort of like rock bands where it's like equal collective kind of feeling. But this has felt different because a lot of the time we have come up with song ideas like together. We've gotten together a whole bunch of times with the intention of not just like, okay, we're going to rehearse songs. Like we're going to sit down and come up with a new idea.
We're going to make space to create them.
Yeah. We're going to cook in the kitchen.
That's what we were just getting to. Yeah. You were talking about cooking session or something.
Yes. Yeah. And we're not going to, the concept of too many cooks does not exist with this band because we're not shooting each other's ideas down. But it's actually really great because I feel like you have to be vulnerable to write with people. Like you have to be okay with just like spitballing a bunch of riff ideas or drum or whatever. And it's like cool to kind of just like sit with people who are your friends and be like, hey, here's a recording by this band that I like a lot, or not even do that much. Just be like, here's a chord progression that I think is cool. Like what can we do with that? And like we had some sessions where we were just like, let's just like jam this chord progression over and over and see what happens in the room. And I feel like I can think of a few songs that kind of started that way.
I feel like I could guess. I'm not going to bother guessing because it doesn't really matter, but you could in theory guess which songs those are because they could be the ones that are more geared around a certain chord progression. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I also didn't check like for the singles that you're putting out. This is maybe something that I would check for like a stranger if I was trying to come up with stuff to ask them. I didn't check like who's credited as the songwriters or anything like that. Do you have a standard way you're doing? Like, are you crediting each song to certain people who brought it in, or are you crediting them all to all four, or like how's it done?
It's 25.
You're splitting it by all four, all of the songs. Cool. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, 25 across the board. Yeah, I do remember one really funny story about No Worries If Not. And there's this guitar line that Maddie plays in the verses.
Mm-hmm. And intro. Yep.
That you had come up with on the way to the studio that morning.
Like the night before. I was like, I can't go to bed until I've like decided what this riff is.
This song is out now. Is this the single notey riff, or is it like the main kind of rhythm guitar chording riff?
It's the single note riff.
One. Yeah, that comes in pretty early.
Yeah, right off the top. Right off the top.
You would hum it.
There you go. We were like playing that song before we went into the recording session. And I was just like really undecided on what that riff would be. And I was worried about it sounding too happy. So I didn't want to play the major third. I was playing something else. And you and Trent especially were like, I think major third is in. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay. And I was like, no, I want to be angsty. But then, yeah, the night before we went to Mission, I was practicing at my place. And I was like, yeah, what if should I just say where I kind of ripped that off from? Okay. Totally. I am extremely obsessed with Caroline Polachek, which is a very left field, left turn, complete U-turn from this music that we're talking about.
I just said Sonic Youth like 500 times.
Yeah, even though like Caroline Polachek is like electronic pop, psycho pop. So that riff in No Worries If Not is a lot like the like melody in So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings.
All right.
Yeah, so there's like a little song exploder for you. If you compare those two instrumental melodies back to back, they're almost the same, but ours is like a punk rock, punk pop kind of version, and hers is completely not that. But then I was like, yeah, playing that over top. I changed, I think, the octaves. I did like an octave jump in it, and I changed it around a little bit, and I was like, I think this works. And then I remember we got to the recording session and I played it. I think it was the first song we recorded, and Trent was really excited, or both of you guys were like, yep.
Yeah. So you don't have to come up with everything when you're in the room together. You come up with most of it, and then you are still able to then go and come up with something else on your own and bring it back to finish something that you already started.
Totally. Yeah. Sometimes it happens in the moment when we're all there, or sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to put a pin in that and listen back to that voice memo on my phone or whatever.
And that's cool with your design of it too, because you are giving everybody room to, like, you know, you can listen back to what you played in your rehearsal or your cooking session or whatever, and they're going to bring you new ideas. You don't have to tell them what to do really in any. You never have to. unless you think that's appropriate and you've got like most of the song already done. Like you never have to. They're always going to be able to come up with their own things.
Totally. And I do also remember one No Worries If Not story. I think, and this is a Sydney story. We were listening back after we had just cut No Worries If Not in the studio, and we got to the second verse, and she just started just laughing really, really hard in the studio. She was like, I don't know what the lyrics. I've never heard the lyrics, and I think these are so hilarious.
Reacting to the lyrics.
And I wonder if it's the same for you.
I remember
and Trent.
that too, because I couldn't hear them as clearly until we had headphones on, and I was like, okay.
So you're tracking the song that you've worked out, and you're like basically reacting to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome.
But it's not because you were not hiding the lyrics or anything. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the spaces we were rehearsing in and stuff.
Totally.
But yeah, the tree nuts, allergic to tree nuts line is like,
yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, there's a few of those in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tone-setting first single for sure.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there songs that started with Mads or Trent or Sydney bringing something in that ended up being among the 8, or were they all kind of, the seeds kind of all came from ideas that you had? Or is it hard to tell maybe if you come up with it together?
Yeah, it's tough. It's like they all kind of blend together. Hey, let me see things that I can think of. Track 7.
This is the one we've been talking about a little bit.
Sorry, 6. Taking with you.
Take Me With You.
Take Me With You.
Yes.
I think Sydney's bass line in Take Me With You was the first of that song.
Yeah.
I think that was hers, and we built around that. I want to say Prodigy was me. I think those are my chords. But that one particularly, we were really obsessed with, a la The Strokes, really obsessed with, specifically minor chords first inversion, which is such a sound. And so that's all
like
over.
as played on guitar.
And bass.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's all over Prodigy. And so my original chords in that song were very, very, it sounds very different. So we kind of flipped it on its head. So I remember those being, I came in with
like
those chords.
that in Prodigy too, I feel like Sydney might not have been there. And I was trying to find like a lead guitar line, but then I was like, I think this will work better on bass. Remember, I think for the bass part, I came up with some of that bass part in the chorus, especially. We were really working on writing that bass line kind of together, which is cool because I think that song is a really nice like bass feature.
And you are a bass player, to tell it, yes.
Sometimes I've been known to play the bass. I feel like I also remember another promenade. Trent had that chord progression.
Yeah.
From something like Nirvana or I can't remember. Maybe
That's
you remember.
his.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's his. Trent plays bass. Whenever Trent plays bass, it's my favorite thing in the whole world.
We love to see it.
The chords in Another Promenade were him.
Yeah.
The drum part in Savior Something was him. And that's how we built around that. It differs from song to song. But I think it's really even.
The lines feel very blurred.
In a good way, sounds like.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things I want to point out in specific that will fill in some connections between what we've talked about. One of them is that at the 2022 show, at the first one, Root Dwellers, you were not playing this music that's on this album. It's not like you've had these songs for 3.5 years. No, you played different songs and the odd Avril Lavigne cover. But, you played different music then. Yeah.
There's one song that we played.
Which one was it?
Harlequin.
Yes, I believe that. I think that makes sense because that's a song I've heard Frances perform live before, but most, if not all, the other ones I hadn't heard you perform live before. No.
Yeah, that would be the oldest song.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's effectively a very different band.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Before we even recorded, we've gone through a bit of a
really shift, and we played so many, not so many, the opposite, so few shows from 2022 to 2024, which is when I feel like the shift really happened, and a lot of those 2 years went really undocumented. And so I feel like we finally arrived at this point of an aesthetic we really like and a style we really like. And here we are.
Yeah.
A true debut.
Yeah, totally.
Yay.
Yeah, it feels like you get more momentum because the material feels more recent for you than if it felt like you'd already been doing it for a long time. Yeah. I want to also throw it to Mads a little bit too, to emphasize something else that's a little bit of a different angle at it, if you don't mind, because we already talked about January 2025. Mere weeks or days, like a week or two, separated the Juicebox recording session and your first recording session as a leader.
It was actually 4 days.
So within the span of a week,
4 day. Yeah, in the
you
span
went
of
from
a
one to
week,
another.
I had recorded 11 songs.
Wow.
I remember that number.
What was that like?
It felt like I had smoothed my brain out. I was like a bit of a. It was cool. It was like I was like a butterfly going into my chrysalis. Is that the word? Into my cocoon. Yeah. Talk about transformations. That was like quite something. It was incredibly. I think I was like up until last January when I did these 2 recording projects with these creative bands that I'm in. I had really been like playing with a lot of other people's creative projects, and as much as I love that, I knew that I wanted to push myself in a more creative direction. So I think that was just the outcome of that. I was like, how can I do this in my own project and also with the Juicebox too? It felt honestly really great. Like I was exhausted, but I was really happy, and I had felt, if anything, like I think playing in bands with other people, it can really like strengthen your community. And I just felt like it's a stressful situation to record. Like you have limited time, usually a day or 2, and resources, and you just like bond with everyone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you knew that you had to work to make space for it, that you don't just get it. You're not just given the space to do these things most of the time.
For sure.
For both instances, the 4 of you doing it together and then you doing it as leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it just so happened that it ended up being at the same time. That was cool. I remember hearing about that was how it was going to be. I was like, wow.
It's not exactly how we planned it, but it's just those things happen.
That was a crazy month for you.
It was a crazy month. It was a little bit silly. I remember we had the trio gig at the Hargrove.
Yep.
Maybe the first Hargrove gig.
It was.
Yeah,
the first Lost Dog Sundays. Yeah, it was.
And I had driven from Mission, from recording
that weekend
straight to the gig because we had to do this gig before we recorded.
Yeah.
And I remember saying, like, I was just so brain fried, but whatever. I remember saying to my partner, Chad, I remember saying, like, I am so tired, but I'm not going to get up in front of everyone and tell them how tired I am because no one wants to hear that. That's so annoying to hear from someone doing banter in between songs. And then, like, the first thing I said was, hey, you guys, I'm so tired.
Yep.
And then, Chad and Chris Fraser made fun of me relentlessly.
That's right.
It's just so dumb, but it was very funny to only me. Everyone else in the room, which by the way was a lot of guitar players.
Yeah, that was
probably
a guitar
like,
player hang.
who is this
Maybe
girl
40%
who's
guitars.
just complaining about being tired? Not interesting. Just keep playing the guitar. Stop talking.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I remember that. It was good times.
Yeah.
So I don't want to ask. I certainly don't want to ask you to like explain all your lyrics or anything like that. But maybe I'll put it to you this way, and you could take it whichever direction you want to. are there any themes that this body of work has within it that you want to talk about a little bit and explain or allude to, like what themes you're writing about and these lyrics, what are you telling about in this kind of collection of music? Because I can pick up on that too, but I'd love to hear you talk about that to whatever extent you want.
Oh boy. Well, I think more than themes, it's the voice that I've used in writing these lyrics. It's felt like the most like I didn't have these lyrics have felt the most like I didn't have to try. And that same voice, the kind of voice you'd use when you're the most relaxed, or you're not projecting, or you feel like you don't have to prove yourself. You're kind of taking your time and the words just flow, and you don't feel like there's kind of a judgment on you, or there's a point you have to make sure people understand. So that kind of voice, it's felt very relaxed for me writing these lyrics. There's not one all-encompassing theme, but if I may, I do want to highlight two songs that
You may.
feel really proud of. And that first one is Prodigy, which came out.
Which is out now.
Out now. It came out on March 21st. And those lyrics I really love. The song is called Prodigy, and it's all about this theme that I, as of late, have been relating to very strongly. And it's a song about talent and whatever that word means. Paths you were told to go on, paths you felt like you should have gone on, other paths you could have gone on. And it's a song about goodbyes, kind of reckoning, and then rebirths of sorts, which is all really, really heavy words. Yeah. But the reason I love the lyrics so much is because it sounds like I'm kind of just sitting down over a beer with you, and I'm kind of just saying, well, it's really me talking to my younger self, really. And it kind of, we're just sitting down, and I'm just like, the first, I especially love the second verse. I remember when I wrote it, I was like, oh, I really love this. The second verse goes, have a drink, now you're 22. What happened? They no longer throw parties just for you. It's all right, it's okay. Change your mind, take your time. What else are you missing? And so, yeah, they're really heavy topics, but I love that they came out just like a breath does, just as naturally as possible.
Yeah,
and
it's cool to explore talent as like a musician, because I would say, especially playing instruments, people talk about talent as like integral to being an instrument player. So I think it's so cool that you're like, here's this part of this journey. I'm just saying that, like, I think everyone who picks up an instrument at some point has to like wrestle with like, am I talented? Is someone telling me I'm talented? Like, the concept of talent colors your experience regardless. Yeah.
And in me calling this song Prodigy, by the way, I am in no way being like, yeah, I was a child prodigy. Because if any,
just to be clear,
you guys would be the first to, I'm the farthest thing from child prodigy. But it's that story of, I just did that because it's like, you know, I'm dramatic, I guess.
Just
flip your hair.
But yeah, I'm really connected to that song and those lyrics. I think they are really powerful for me. And I feel like they would be for other people who have thought about these themes in the same way. Musicians, artists, creators, basically anyone who was told they were good at something as a child, or maybe given praise as a child, which is fantastic, but how much of a double-edged sword that is. so that's one song I feel I really proud about
Yeah.
that I love. The other song that depends when this comes out, it might not be out or will.
Is it the
already be out.
third single?
Yes,
it'll
it
be
is.
out.
It'll be out.
Yeah, it'll be out.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, Take Me With You.
Take Me
Nice.
With You. That song is all about this guy right here.
Hey.
Toby wrote all the lyrics.
It's got 100% credit,
Dude,
royalties.
cdbaby.com 100%
Member of
says
the
Toby
band.
lyrics. He wrote all the lyrics. They're from his point of view.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called Take Me With You. It's about how
And
every
this, sorry,
time-
this was one of the 2 songs he wrote at the very end.
That's right.
Finished the record.
That's right. And I wrote the lyrics sitting right here on this couch with Toby. And I was like, what do I write the song about? That's one of those songs where we had written the entire form and chords first, and I didn't have any of the lyrics. And it was one of those, like, I'll write over the beat,
Yeah.
as it were. And that song, Toby wrote. And it's everything I imagine. He didn't write it, I wrote it. Everything I imagine he says whenever I leave the house.
Aw.
Oh, you just put that song on a loop for him. We can listen to it. That'd be kind of like torture. Toby, do you want to say something?
He's not shy of Mike, but
Not
he is
gonna be
shy
good
of
for the
voice.
No, not right
No,
now.
not this time.
He's choosing not to comment.
Yeah.
He's an artist. He doesn't
an
have
artist,
to.
no
Doesn't have to.
You don't have to. It's okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything funny in that song that I want to highlight? No. Although I low-key kind of call my dog a dum-dum because the chorus goes, I don't know much, but I know that I can't stay here. Sorry, Tobes.
Yeah.
You're not a
A
dum-dum.
big stretch.
You know a lot of things.
I'm sure you do. The
Yeah.
talent thing is a big theme for me. I'll listen to that one with that in mind, for sure. I mean, it means different things for everybody, but certainly, yeah, I could agree that that's a word that can have a lot of baggage, and you have to reckon with it if you're doing anything creative because of what the world throws at you as well. Let alone the childhood side of it. You know, that's kind of more what I was talking about. But yeah, being a creative side of it as well.
Totally. And I was coming out of the whole Instagram craze thing. And so the chorus says, smile for the camera. Don't you dare get this blown way out of proportion. Leave those secrets alone. I'm impressed that you made it this far. Should we tell them that you're still a star? No. Yeah. Please don't tell a soul. Yeah. And so it's just like, yeah, it's so potent for me. Yeah, man.
What about the artwork? Can you talk about the artwork?
Oh, dude. Should I get it?
Do you have it?
It's
Yes.
Yeah, go up and
Yeah,
go up and
definitely.
grab
It's
whatever.
right there.
Show it to the
I'm gonna
camera.
get it.
Huge reveal.
We're on a roll with like camera show and tells on in-person episodes that I do. So
Oh,
there's a reference. There you go.
you're gonna pay extra for that.
Start talking about this.
This was a very collaborative piece that
Yeah.
we all had a hand in making, and yeah, we all got together.
Francis is grabbing one big piece of artwork. There you go.
Boom. It's gorgeous. We made this big collage out of just like old thrifted magazines. Should I keep talking?
Yes.
Over top? Okay. Everybody's abandoned the mic except for me. Yeah, we made this out of like a lot of National Geographic magazines. And it was really sweet and fun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a great representation as this project has been so collaborative down to the songwriting. Because we physically made this art together.
But how did you decide to do it this way? Where did the call to do this?
I think
Where did it come in?
I think Sydney really wanted to make a collage of some kind, and also it's inspired by a lot of like late '90s, early 2000s kind of alt rock
Yeah,
album
totally.
covers, where it's like kind of random. There's not really a. It's been a while since I've looked at the in-person thing. It's kind of crazy.
It's good.
There's
some photos
I'm gonna look
of
at it.
us that Jamil took
Yeah, come look at it.
as well. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shout out.
Shout out our friend Jamil.
Oh yeah.
All the greenery is from this magazine called Secrets of Gardening or something. No, How to Garden for Privacy. That's what the magazine was called. There you go.
Yeah, and it's big, so you're like taking different sections of it for the different singles and for the cover art or something, because you only get a square for the final cover art.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of zoomed in and scanned it, or it's just a photo of it, and zoomed in and used different parts.
Yeah. Yeah, I think of you as somebody who does not do things by accident. You prepare things, you plan things, you execute things in the way that you envision it. You know, you have a vision when you go into something, and you deliver on that vision. So there's all kinds of things like that I think about. You know, like we already joked about dropping the songs on Saturdays off the top, just as a different thing. There's no CDs, there's no LPs, there's no cassettes for this release. You know, that's a budgetary thing for everybody that everybody has to reckon with. That's also, you know, something if you really wanted to do, you could have done. But you don't need to do that necessarily. You've got a nice physical artifact here. You've got stickers. I imagine you are going to have some other merch probably at this show. So you'll have something, even if you don't have physical copies of the album. You know, I know you'll be cooking up something.
Yeah, totally. We have a big merch run coming that we're really excited about. We're working with an artist on the island to develop some merch, and they're being printed as we speak.
Nice.
That will be available on April 11th.
Yeah. I'm very excited to be there. Is there anything else that either of you wanted to shout out or point toward at this time that we haven't already talked about? And let the game of chicken begin.
I feel like we could use this opportunity to either self-plug or tell jokes.
That is true. You could do either of those
I
things.
feel like we've done a fair bit of both so far already. Come to our show. April 11th.
April
Redgate.
11th. April 11th. Redgate. Tickets
Yes.
on our website
For sale.
for sale.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great website too, gotta say.
Thanks. You like it?
Yeah.
A lot of time on
Check out the website.
Yeah, definitely check out the website. Yeah, it's worth a visit. Yeah.
All you website heads.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to this, the final episode of my first YouTube series called RCTV at Rhythm Changes. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so that you can catch future videos that I make here, whether they're with Rhythm Changes or for my own music releases or for whatever else we end up doing. Again, thank you for tuning into the series and bearing with me as I've learned a little bit about video making, and I encourage you to go to rhythmchanges.ca, check out the stories that I'm working on there. I look forward to seeing you there again real soon. Take it easy.